we've got these two chestnuts here on the outside of the lunatic odd thing.
I'll mute that bit of it, Sean.
So we got George, this is the other training horse. It's been off for a while with lockdown and some other bits and pieces, been off for a while. So this pony is a hill pony cross, you know, a Dartmoor hill pony cross. We don't know how it's bred, it doesn't really matter, but it's got a very good, you know, body size. Now you see this chestnut on the outside interfering with her. I wouldn't pick a mare, I have to say, you know, for a training horse, but she's not seasoned at all. In fact, she's not marish in any way. She could be a gelding as far as, you know. But you see, when these other horses interfere with her, come over, these youngsters, you know, come and sniff her, push her, have a look at her, there's no retaliation. She keeps her line and going. If the pony comes over too tight, then and starts to lean on the pole, then she's come over just there then, right? So see there, look. There, that's a prime example. So the pony come over and touch the pole, and the bay mare in the middle, George, will move to that pole. Just to say, come on, don't be silly, don't come over too far, yeah? Also, we've got George in the middle quite loose, yeah? So the pole chains are not as tight as the two outside chains. A lot of people will say that's, yeah, because you don't want them to spread out too far. Well, I can bring them back with my hands tight to the, you know, both them tight to the pole, like there, you see what I mean? I can do that easy enough. Come on. So little in there, look, sniffing her, being up, might even nip her. You know, I wouldn't have, obviously allow it to nip the, you know, George in the middle here, you know, let her get away with that, because that wouldn't be right, would it, obviously? But this is the very first time they've, you know, been up alongside George, and George has been up to say 16 months is actually the truth. She's been come back about, well, she had about 8 months off, come in and had to do about a month's work, and then was out again. But I could take up my coupling rein going to my nearside horse, yeah? Just because I've got all these reins matching doesn't mean to say it suits the horse's mouth, yeah? Or the way it goes particularly, there's no guarantee of that. Come up, baby boy, come on. Hey, come on. So this is their first time in, so it's not really a lesson as such. Well, everything you do is a lesson, but it's not really a lesson. We're not out to do any, you know, conquer any particular fear or, you know, trepidation they got about something. We're not here to do that. We're just here to say, okay, this is what we will be doing tomorrow. So this is just to get comfortable, make sure everyone's all right in the position they're in. The reason I've got the bigger chestnut on the inside is that he's perfectly happy in traffic, being out there in traffic. But this little fella doesn't like traffic very much. So it's best that he's with the traffic, do you see what I mean? But we've got plenty of room. We wouldn't take up any more than a pair of horses when we squeeze them up together if we got get through a gap, or, you know, there's a motor car, van or lorry. But the best place to get to accept them, you know, for this little pony I should say, to accept what we're asking of it. That's it. Is to have her in that position, have him in that position, I should say. Okay. Hello, how are you? So this Sovereign, this one is on the outside. Now what I'm going to do now, I don't have whips or anything like that. We don't use them. So, but what I'll do with this one is I'm just going to ask this pony to come up using the shaft of the whip, you know, to, hey, come on, come up, come up. Go on. Trot. Come on. It's very hard. You see Georgie doing it now. She knows. I'm pulling Georgie away from the pole now, but it's very hard to explain. If you sat by the side of me, and I could take you watch this particular spot. So if you watch the gap between the outside chestnut horse, the offside, and the horse in the middle, as soon as it comes over, the one in the middle will come against the pole to keep it straight. We haven't got the problem with the inside, but see there again, if you'd look on the film, just run it back, you'll see as soon as it thought that pony was coming over, it come over and left a big gap down that side, down the other side. So the near side of the bay horse will have a constant bigger gap and it will run there. It's not me doing it with the reins, it's her doing it herself. Can you see, look, laying her shoulder there. Now the reason she's doing that is quite clever, and it's what she's learned in a pair. She's learned to do. So when there's oncoming traffic, or that motor car that was parked there, she knows that the little chestnut is going to push over and try and come away from it. So what she does is position herself ready so that she's already, the bay pony in the middle is already resting on the pole, the yellow pole. Come over, babe. It's already resting on there. So that when this one comes over, she's sort of supporting her, helping to hold her up. I'm sorry if when I'm talking, I'm concentrating on what I'm doing, because we've got to be ready for tomorrow where we'll do more miles and a longer distance. But that, that's someone telling us they love their horses. So yeah, it's when you train horse to be a schoolmaster, as we call them, schoolmaster, it's there to teach the other horses. Takes a lot. Walk up, walk. Takes a lot, because especially in a Trandem, because they got two to worry about. They're working on two horses. They've got to come over this side, that side. Come round, come round, come on, come round, come round. Oh, that's it. Come round. Bye bye. See you soon. See you again soon. Be good. So as I say, when we're training, George in the middle is, as I say, a schoolmaster. But George has never done this particular, a Trandem before. Never this setup. Been anywhere in a team, unicorn, any position you want to put, but it's never actually done this. So today is a real test. So if this one on this side, on the offside, pushes over, touches the pole, it's answering straight away. When it's happened on the other side, it's also answered straight away. So come over to support. So see the pole coming over, and she comes over to support it. There's a bigger gap there. As soon as the pressure's gone off, she'll come away. And that is real hard to teach. It is not perfect yet, but you see her do it there. You can see her body's on an angle. Not because we're going round the corner, but her quarters are over there, her shoulders over there, ready to pick the pole up, what we call pick the pole up, and maintain the pressure on it so that the horse doesn't slip, or you know, the horse on the offside doesn't slip or slide, yeah, or scramble. So that's quite remarkable, but it's also done it 2 or 3 times with the other horse when it's come over. Hello there. with the this one on this side. So see there again, saw the van come round the corner, come over, touch the pole, immediately she's come over. Also we're going round here now and it's blind. Couldn't you see where she is? Look, she keeps coming over to this pole because she knows that horse going round the corner, it said she's going to come over. Now that's very hard and it's a very, very finite thing to try and explain. You do it better with a diagram, then watch the horses, you know, then you'd see what I mean. If we had 3 model horses, I could show you what the horse is doing. But to do it both sides is very, very good. And she's learnt that by being in a pair with the pole between her and whatever other horse, either near side or offside. And she's learnt to, but when you're asking horse now to deal with it simultaneously, you know, while you're going along, it can be this one this second, that one that second, that one that minute, that one, you know, in a little while, you know, might come over, and just to keep them both up is really hard, really good, you know, really it takes a lot to do that. And the rest of the time she keeps a perfect line. This little pony's not doing anything. I'm not really worried about that today. I'm not worried about it being up in the collar or anything. It's learning, it's just having a look round. I can soon call it up, you know, tomorrow we'll get it up in the collar and doing the job. But, and a schoolmaster is a very good thing, extremely, you know, it's part of the team, if you like, of horse drawing. You know, are the 2 horses we use as schoolmasters, are part of the team. They're as important, certainly, without any question, as we are, and they do become quite skillful in their own right at doing the job, you know. Right, so this pony here, how you doing? All right. So this pony here now at the moment he's not really putting any pressure on the pole. It come to the pole and touched it, and if you can look now, there's 2 of them doing the work and the little pony's not doing anything. But I'm really not worried. That doesn't bother me. As I say, it really don't bother me today. George can control this and do it, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Come as a little bit of a surprise, if you like, in some ways, just how well. I'm sorry if I don't, you know, I've got to concentrate on what I'm doing, so people say to me, you keep starting and stopping when I talk. I can't help it. I've got my job is to teach these horses and try and explain to people what I'm doing whilst I'm doing it. So the other thing you want to be able to do, they've all got soft rubber bits and you want to be able to do that, you know, with 2 young horses. Steady. That one just went to go. I just said steady, just went to trot on. You see steady. Right, now see George do that. Right, steady. Steady now. Oh, you see George do that then, when that pony went, oh, motor car coming now. Steady, steady baby. So you see George then, with no rein on it at all, do exactly what I'm saying. So that proves to you that it's no influence from the reins that I'm controlling it and making it do that. You see now, look, prime example. She leaned, but as soon as it stops leaning, your training horse stops immediately. If it comes on and leans, right now, right, then the training horse will come over. Can you see the great big gap down that side? Just say, no, stand up. Just stand yourself up. That's all, you know, and that's really hard to teach, to do. But when they get it, and they understand that, it takes a long time. Like Rowley, my old schoolmaster, who's no longer with us, he was a master at his job, but he'd done a lot of horses. But this is, as I say, at risk of repeating me, so it's the first time George has been in the middle in a Trandem, and you know, I'm very, very pleased. In fact, I'm quite impressed with how she's done. So the calmness of having one either side, yeah. Horses wouldn't normally do this, would they? In, you know, stand 3 abreast necessarily. You see 2 standing together, you see 3 standing together, but they wouldn't be tight up all in a row like this, you know. They normally have one facing the other way or standing side on or something like that. But you know, this is unusual, very unusual for them, and a different sort of setup altogether. So this is just superb. What I'm going to do now is just come over, use these puddles as a bit of a lesson while we're doing it. A little bit muddy and not letting this one just walk through. Also, the other thing that you can only go as fast as the horse you're teaching. Can't go no faster. If they are doing, you know, so I'm bringing them over now purposely because I want to put this one in the water, just let it walk through. And you see George just, the pony's not putting a great deal of pressure. As soon as it does, George will put the shoulder on. Can you see? It pushed it right up the bank then. So I can get over there, yeah? See there, look, exactly what I'm doing. I've got no reins, but she's doing it. You can see there. But as soon as the horse comes off, as soon as the chestnut takes the pressure off, so she releases, you know, and that's exactly what we're looking for. That's absolutely superb.